about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Defensive back spread all over the field trying to take away the pass. Tosses to the quarterback. He's going to take a shot. Picked off.
That is not how you drew it up offensively. You want to come out, get some things established, get your quarterback in a rhythm, get the positive mojo going. The opposite just happened. Just made a big mistake. Now you just created so much momentum for the other team. Defense, please come and bail me out.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a gap. It's Gordon. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Scanning the field, it's Jordan. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
The 49ers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. First down to start the drive after the break. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Looking down the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Coming up, 4th down.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moss. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Jordan. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it's no good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd down. They've got him looking to run, but they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Charlotte.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
To the air. It's Jordan. Throws to the tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Moss. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
Texas, 3.
And the Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the 49ers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Got the quick pass. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Still looking on the move. He's going to take off. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Jordan. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Jordan. can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Charlotte.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Finds a man in the middle. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The 49ers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Leaves it with the running back. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the 49ers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that 1st down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity going downfield for the big play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The 49ers will call on their punt team. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jet. What a snag by the defense.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's